What if I told you that the world you see, the one you touch, taste, and move through, is just a fraction of reality? That beyond the 3 dimensions we experience, there are hidden realms, invisible forces, and higher dimensions, waiting to be unlocked. Ancient civilizations believed they had access to these dimensions, not through technology, but through altered states of consciousness, sacred geometry, and forgotten knowledge. Modern science, it's just now catching up. Quantum physics hints at extra dimensions folded beyond our perception, while neuroscience reveals that our brains filter out most of reality. So, what if the ancients were right? What if the true nature of reality isn't something we discover, but something we remember, and most importantly, can we unlock it? Let's dive in. We tend to believe that reality is simple: length, width, and height, 3 dimensions. Add in time and you get 4. But here's the problem. Modern physics suggests there are at least 10, maybe 11 dimensions. In string theory, these extra dimensions are curled up, invisible to us. Yet they may influence everything from gravity to consciousness itself. Ancient traditions, however, didn't need equations to grasp this idea. The Hindus spoke of higher planes of existence, with siddhis, mystical abilities, unlocked by meditation. The Egyptians designed pyramids not just as tombs, but as gateways to other dimensions. The Tibetan Buddhists mapped consciousness through the Bardo realms, states of existence beyond physical life. Different cultures, different symbols, but the same core idea. Reality isn't just what we see, it's layered. And under the right conditions, we can perceive beyond it. But how? Let's start with a famous thought experiment, the Flatland hypothesis. Imagine a world of 2-dimensional beings. They live on a flat surface, completely unaware of height. If you, a 3-dimensional being, reached into their world, you'd seem like a god. You could appear, disappear, and manipulate objects in ways they couldn't understand. Now flip the perspective. What if we are the Flatlanders? What if higher dimensional beings can influence our reality without us even knowing? This isn't just a metaphor. Quantum physics tells us that particles can exist in multiple places at once, connected through strange, unseen forces. Some physicists even propose that our consciousness itself may interact with these extra dimensions. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Ancient practices like deep meditation, psychedelics, and sacred rituals seem to alter brain function in ways that align with modern quantum theories. For example, DMT, the spirit molecule, found in plants and even produced in our brains, induces visions of geometric realms and otherworldly entities, a description eerily similar to theories of higher dimensions. Near-death experiences, NDEs, report encounters with vast, interconnected realities, ones where time, space, and identity dissolve. Meditative states can create a feeling of oneness where boundaries of self and universe blur, hinting that consciousness might extend beyond the physical world. Could these practices be ancient tools for perceiving beyond the 3-dimensional illusion? And if so, why has this knowledge been buried? Now let's address the skeptics. One common argument is that our perception of higher dimensions is just a trick of the brain, hallucinations, misfirings, or the result of chemicals like DMT influencing neural pathways. It's a fair point, but here's the counter-argument. What if altered states don't create illusions? What if they reveal reality? Think about it. Your eyes only see a tiny fraction of the electromagnetic spectrum. Your ears pick up just a sliver of sound frequencies. What if our normal waking consciousness is like a filter, limiting what we can perceive? Even leading neuroscientists like Donald Hoffman suggest that reality isn't what it seems. His interface theory of perception argues that our senses don't show us the truth, only a simplified version designed for survival. In other words, higher dimensions could be real. We just aren't built to see them. So maybe, just maybe, the ancients weren't superstitious. Maybe they discovered something science is only now beginning to understand, and the real question is, can we access these dimensions at will? If reality is deeper than what we perceive, what does this mean for us? For one, it redefines what it means to be human. If our consciousness extends into higher dimensions, then we're not just biological machines, we're something far more powerful. Here are ways we might tap into these hidden layers. Altered states of consciousness. Practices like deep meditation, lucid dreaming, or breathwork can shift awareness beyond normal perception. Sacred geometry and sound frequencies. Many ancient sites align with specific mathematical ratios that seem to influence consciousness. Is it possible that certain vibrations unlock different states of reality? Quantum thinking. The universe isn't deterministic, it's probabilistic. Shifting your mindset from a fixed reality to a multidimensional one can change how you approach life. If ancient knowledge holds the key to unlocking higher dimensions, then what else have we forgotten? And more importantly, who or what doesn't? Want us to remember, science tells us that multiple dimensions likely exist. Ancient wisdom tells us that humans once had access to them. The question is, are we remembering too late? Because if reality is far more than what we perceive, then our very existence is far greater than we imagine. Maybe we were never meant to live trapped in 3 dimensions. Maybe our minds were always the key to unlocking more. So, the final question isn't whether higher dimensions exist, the question is, are you ready to see them?